What's up guys, I'm Newbie Dave and today we're building a giant crane in the cave. Let's get started. What's going on everybody? First of all, I want to apologize for there being no weekend update last weekend. As I have said before, sometimes life just happens, and I had a very busy week, a very busy weekend, and just didn't have time to go do a recording. But for today, I am going to be going down into our new cave back here. I built those stairs, I built this really cool piston door to get down into the cave, and my plan all along has been to get down in here and start doing some building down in the cave. There's a lot of space down here, there's a lot of room to build, but there's also a lot of work that needs to be done because it is super duper dark. And it's all just stone and there's not really much protection, and so at some point we need to come in here and actually do some lighting and add in some decorations. But today I want to build something. I think at some point I got it into my head that each episode in this series needed to be adding something functional to my base, like new farms or a better way to get around or something. And I think I kind of lost perspective of, for me, what Minecraft is really all about, and that's just building and being creative. And I kind of started going down that path with our little blacksmith forge up here that I built a couple weeks ago. You know, yes, this has a blast furnace. Yes, it's got a couple furnaces. It's got a crafting table. It's got some storage. Like, you can come over here and use this, but I didn't build it to be functional. I built it to be decorative because I'm building a base over here and I'm having fun. And so a lot of my builds on this side of the world, I think they're purely going to be decorative. They're just going to be building stuff for the fun of building stuff. And I'm going to leave all my farms and functional type stuff back at my original base over there. So I'm going to come down here into the cave, and to help you guys out, I'm going to drink a potion of night vision so it's a lot easier to see down here. I've got my brightness turned all the way up to help with recordings. My monitor is pretty bright, and so I can see things pretty well on my screen, but I always go back afterwards and watch my videos on TV and I'm like, oh wow, that's a lot darker than I thought it would be. So I'm going to put down some torches to help light up the area, more to prevent spawns while we're working than to actually light things up to see, because hello, I can see now. And this is purely temporary lighting. At some point I want to come through here and do something that looks really nice for the lighting in this cave, especially something that's going to look really nice from our little lookout up there in our storage room. Alright, so I think that should be pretty good for the lighting for now. I'm probably still going to end up having to fight off some mobs that spawn outside of this lighting and just casually make their way over here, but hopefully this will be a lot better. So what I'm going to do is, there's my steps up there. I've come down the cave and right over here to the ledge of this cliff, and right over this ledge, it just drops, and it drops way, way down there. This is actually a really cool spot. You've got some water up there. It's like a little underground lake that drips down to this waterfall. You've got another waterfall over there. There's lava down there. It's just a really cool spot. And so what I want to do is I want to build what looks like a large crane or some sort of pulley device that has like a chain with a basket that goes down. Something that you would look at it and say, oh, that's used to move resources up and down inside this cave. And so I want to do that right here. And this thing is mostly going to be built out of spruce and cobblestone. So looking around at the environment around me, we've got a big stone column right here. I don't want to destroy that or move it. We've got some stone over here. There's this little basin that eventually I'll probably build some stairs, a pathway that leads back up to my base that comes down through here. So I'm thinking this thing's going to be right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to go out a little ways to about here. I think this is good. And the wheel, the pulley, is going to be out in front of me right now, but I need to kind of build my way out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, let's see, 1, 2. And then I'll come, whoa, okay, yes. And let's make sure we are wearing our elytra while doing this so we don't have any accidental deaths by falling. Okay, so I'm gonna go over 2, we'll go up 1, and really I just want that diagonal piece right there. This piece I think we can now get rid of. And then going out from here, I'm gonna start using walls, which may be a little hard to do from this angle. Yeah, that works. So I'm going to do walls for 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. And then over here, I'm going to do 3 more pieces of the cobblestone. And put 1 on top there. And now I need to go make a couple stairs. And this part's actually going to be a little bit tricky, and you absolutely want to have your elytra or slow falling or something for this, because I need to get down underneath this. So I'm going to put a bucket of water right there, and I'm just going to use this to kind of slowly fall down below this thing and place a cobblestone block underneath it. So now we've got this nice little plus sign, and I'm going to put some stairs in each of these corners. I'm going to put 1 there and there. Now I can go back up and scoop up this water, and then I will put a stair there and 1 there. So let's go back over to the mainland over here and see how this thing looks from the side. So from the side, it kind of looks like a circle with the stairs in the corner like that. That is perfect. I think I'm also going to put a wall on the side of that thing, because this is going to be the side of the giant wheel, the giant crane that we're building. And so I think that wall, yeah, that looks good. It kind of looks like the axle that's sticking out. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side as well. We'll go over 1, 2, and we'll go out and over 1 like that. And we'll do our arm of walls like that and build another little, I guess you could call this like the spoke or the hubcap. I don't know what you would call this. It's the thing that's going to be holding the wheel up. Okay, so there we've got those 2 things on either side. Now we can start putting the wheel in. Yes, my night vision potion ran out. I'm going to try to work without it for now, because I've only got 3, and if they only last 8 minutes and that first one already ran out, I'll go ahead and use another one. I was hoping maybe just lighting the area up around where I was building would save me from having to use the night vision potions, but I think that this will just work out better. Okay, so coming in now, we can build the wheels inside of this thing. And I say wheels, it's actually going to be 1 big wheel, but it's going to be made out of 2 wheels that we're then going to make it look like they're connected together somehow. And so coming into the middle of our axle, I guess is, I don't know what you would call this. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what these different parts are called. The structure that will be holding this thing up, we're going to come over 1. I'm going to place a temporary block there, and then we'll place a block there. And that is going to be like the near side of this giant wheel. Now I am actually going to come down here now, because we're going to have to get under this to do some building. And so I'm going to come out and build, not a giant platform, but I'm just going to build like a little pathway here that I can get under this thing to do some building. So what I'm going to be building is a wheel that is, I think, 11 blocks in diameter. And so this is, but it's going to be vertical, which makes it a little bit harder to build, especially up in the air like this. So there's 3 blocks on one side. I'm going to do temporary block there. We'll come in 1, temporary block, come in 1, temporary block, come in 1. Then temporary block will come over 3. Like that. And this is going to be the very bottom of this thing. So now we can break these and do a lot of the rest of this up top. But while I'm down here, I also want to put some stairs on the bottom of this to kind of help define the shape of it a little bit better. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3 diagonal pieces. I'm going to put stairs in between those 3 diagonal pieces like that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but I need to get back up and actually place the 3 blocks on top first. So back on top of the bottom of this wheel now, we're going to do the same thing. Temporary block with a spruce plank on top, temporary block, spruce, temporary block, spruce, and then 1 more, and then we'll go up 3. Like so. Now I can come back down here and remove these cobblestone and put in the 2 stairs there and there. Nice, looking good. Now we're going to repeat this exact same pattern up on the top of this wheel, which should hopefully be a lot easier because now we'll be working on top. So up here on top, I will place a temporary block and then go over 1, temporary block, go over 1, temporary block, go over 1 more temporary block, and we'll go over 3. And I'm going to do the same thing over there. I need to get over there. Maybe here. There we go. That was a lucky jump. All right, so temporary block over, temporary, not that one. Actually, that one would work, yeah. I'm not going to do it, but I realize there is going to be a stair there when I'm done, so I could just use the stair like as the temporary block, but whatever, I'll do it this way. It's here, so we're going to put the stairs there and there. We'll do the same thing on this side. We'll get rid of these temporary cobblestone and place stairs here and there. So let's hop down for a sec. We'll come over here to the side and take a look at this and hopefully not get knocked off by this zombie that was trying to sneak up on us. And how's this looking? Looks like I placed one of those stairs in the wrong spot, so let me go fix that really fast. Yeah, you want to be so careful about the hostile spawns while you're working on this, because if they sneak up on you and hit you, they'll like knock you off the ledge. And I mean, hopefully you're wearing your elytra, so you're not going to fall to your death, but you don't want to deal with that while you're trying to work on this. So yeah, I think looking at this thing from the side, that is the wheel shape that we are going for. So like I said, we're going to be building 2 of these. The second one's going to be the exact same. So I'm just going to finish building this wheel first, and then I'll build the second one exactly like it. So now I need to get inside of this thing like this, and I want to get up into the middle. So let me kind of nerd block my way up a little bit. And I want to build something that looks just like this on the inside of this wheel out of spruce. So let me do block there, there, and there. We'll put one in the middle, there and there, and then we'll put some steps in like so. And now, let's take a step back and look at this. We should have sort of an inner hub, inner spoke for the wheel itself. Looking good. Now we need to connect that to the outer wheel. And for this, I'm going to use a combination of fences and fence gates. So for each wheel, you're going to need 6 fences and 6 fence gates. So let me craft those up really fast. And we'll come over here. The reason I'm using fences and fence gates is because the way that fences connect vertically is different from how they connect horizontally. And so while playing around with this build, I noticed that the fence gates going vertically look a lot better than the fences do. So I'm going to put 3 fence gates going vertically like this, from the inner wheel to the outer wheel. And just crouch down while you're doing this so you don't accidentally open the gates. There is a little bit of a gap between them that can't really be helped, but at least it's the same width as the fences that we're going to put in the horizontal direction going this way. Whoa, you gotta be careful here. So I'm gonna put fences going horizontally and fence gates going vertically, like so. In my night vision potion, my second night vision potion just wore off. So let me finish this up. Take a step back, I'll drink my third one and hopefully get a good shot of this thing. Yeah, so you can see the fences and fence gates, they kind of look like spokes for this thing. And it's not perfect, but I think the fence gates going vertically look a lot better than if we had done fences going vertically, because that would just be completely different than the way that the fences going horizontally look. So that looks good. That is the right side wheel complete. I will now do a wheel on this side that is the exact same. Now I can actually break this, because that was just temporary to build over to the wheel. We don't want it actually touching this. Alright, there is the second wheel in place, and we've got 2 wheels now. Looking really good. I'm really happy with this. We're almost done with the main structure of this giant pulley system. One thing I want to do is come over here, and we need to connect the arms on the outside to the actual wheel itself. I'm going to use a chain for this right there in the middle, and we'll do a chain on the other side as well. And then I also want to do something in the middle, in between the 2 middle pieces of each wheel. Let me build a little temporary bridge to get over to it. I think what I'm going to do, rather than just doing another chain in the middle there, I'm going to use some iron bars. Here we go. I'm going to use some iron bars, and I'll do them there, really just across the whole middle of this thing, like that. And so it's like holding the two things, the two sides together. And then going around, we need to connect these two pieces, and I think I'm just going to use iron bars for this as well. So let me get up on top. I'll start on the top here, and I'm going to put some iron bars like there and there, and just kind of going all the way around. Not like every single block, because if I put them here, they're going to connect, and that would look a little bit weird. Whoa, okay, I was not expecting that. So maybe like every other block. I think that's going to work. And these are meant to represent like the I don't know, the teeth, or imagine like a water wheel. It's got like the different little flaps or panels on it. That's kind of what this is meant to represent. Even though it's not a water wheel, that's what I'm going for with these pieces, is something that's holding the outside of this structure together. All right, good news. Found one more potion of night vision in my inner chest. So this is it. Once this one runs out, I'm out of night vision potions until I go back to my old base and make some more. So I put in the iron bars between the two wheels, and I think that looks really, really great. I really like how that looks. It's absolutely the effect that I was going for with this thing. Let me take a step back and kind of look at this thing from the side, because this is looking really good. I really like how that looks. So one last thing that this needs, again, the whole point of this was to act as like a giant crane or pulley system to raise and lower things to the bottom of this giant cave. So now we need a bunch of chains to actually like hang off the end of this thing that attach to some sort of basket or platform at the bottom. So unfortunately, this is going to be easier to do from the bottom up than from the top down, because I'm not gonna like go all the way down. Yeah, it's easier to build up in Minecraft than down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and I will start from the top. I'm going to put a chain right there. And so it's going to be attached to that iron bar as part of the wheel and start hanging down. And so this right here, I'm at 1435, 180. This is where I need to be at the bottom and start building my way up. So let me make sure I got my elytra on. Let me knock out this block. I will coast down safely, yes. I will find that point, 1435, 180. I will fight off the hostile mobs that are down here. And I'm going to mark this before I forget where it is, just so I know that's the point that I need to be building up from. And then I'm going to build, let me put down my crafting table and such. Alright, so I made a bunch of spruce trapdoors, and I'm not going to build this thing on the ground. I'm going to come up a little bit. I want this thing to be hanging off the ground a little ways. And I'm going to do a spruce trapdoor there, not there. This may be easier to do from below. Yeah, let me come down below. I'm going to do some trapdoors going this way, and I'll come out 2 blocks this way. So there's 5 trapdoors, and I'm going to build a big 5x5 base. When I say base, I mean like the bottom of this platform. There we go. Get rid of those now. Whoops. And we'll get back up on top of this thing. So now that I think about this, I did this wrong. Because these trapdoors are on the bottom of their respective blocks, and so I can't put anything on top of it without it like floating above it like that. So I'm going to take this whole thing and just move it down by 1 block. Basically, I'm going to place a trapdoor on the bottom of all of these. There we go. That was a very small but significant change, because now we can actually place some blocks on top of these like this, and they'll be like connected to the trapdoors. So I think what I want to do for this basket is create like a cage, sort of, not completely enclosed, but I'm going to put some fences that go up in each corner like this. And then I can't decide if I want to do fences or iron bars in between them. Let me try iron bars. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do fences, because the iron bars don't connect to the fences. That's a shame. I think that would have looked really cool. So let me do fences going all the way around this thing. And then for the top, oh, you know what I can do? For the top, I can place an iron bar on top of each of these. And unfortunately my night vision just ran out. So now I've got to resort to traditional lighting. So yeah, I can place a iron bar on top of each of these, and now I can connect these on the top to create, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this on each corner. I'll do an iron bar and then create like a wall of the iron, what are these, iron bars. And then I'm gonna do one row of iron bars that goes across the middle like that. Temporarily, I'm going to place a lantern right there, if I can. Can't place a lantern on iron bars for some reason, or a torch. Okay. Temporary block, torch. There we go. Lighting. That's all I wanted. I just wanted some lighting up here. So now I can come to the center of this thing and start building some chains going up. And this shouldn't be too bad. I can just jump and place these things below me. I think I'm going to need more than the 28 chains that I currently have. So let me go build a few more chains, make sure I've got enough to make my way all the way up to the top. Okay, so I've got about 70 chains. I think that'll be good. I think that's plenty. So I'll just start here and start sort of hopping my way up to the very top of this thing. There we go, made it up to the top. So now I can step over there onto the block and finish connecting this chain up to the rest of it. Excellent. Now I will remove these temporary blocks that I put up here to build this thing. And I'm kind of okay with my last night vision potion running out, because now we can see how this thing looks with actual real lighting. So let me remove these other torches that I put here just to help kind of work on this thing. I'm going to leave the lanterns in the middle there. I think that will help light up the wheel, because you can't really have lighting on the wheel. The wheel is meant to turn. I mean, it's not going to, but it's supposed to. So we can't put any lights on the wheel. So yeah, that looks really, really cool. I like that. And then there's the chain that goes all the way down and leads to this basket down here. I'm going to do a little bit more work on the basket. Now that my night vision has worn off, I realize it's actually incredibly dark down here. So we want to put some lighting like on or around the basket. Actually, you know what? Maybe this is as low as the basket will go. Maybe we'll build like a little platform here. And this is where the basket will like drop you off. And then there'll be this little platform with some stairs. And this will be how you get down from the basket into the cave and then back up into the basket afterwards. I think that's really cool, actually. And then as for lighting, I think the actual basket itself needs some lighting, because you're going to be standing on here as it's going up and down, so the basket needs to be lit. And then maybe we'll just throw in maybe some of my favorite little like lanterns on walls down here at the bottom. So yeah, I'll take a step back. That actually looks pretty cool for the bottom of this thing. I didn't really know what I was going to do with the basket at the bottom of this, but I really like how this looks. It's nice and simple, but it looks like it would actually be something that would get used down here. And then you can tell that, and it's kind of hard to tell because it's dark, but you can see the chain going all the way up to the wheel up top, which looks really good from down here. Now, sadly, I mean, this is decorative, it's not functional, so you do still need a way to actually get up and down into this cave, which for now, for me, is just going to be rockets and my elytra. Maybe eventually I'll build like a water elevator or something, because those are nice and easy. You just hop in them, shoot you up to the top, you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I think this is going to wrap it up. So we've got our big arm up here that is holding the giant wheels that looks like it could certainly turn. It doesn't, because this is Minecraft. And then it's got a chain that connects to the basket all the way down there at the very bottom, which I haven't really seen from up top yet. That looks pretty cool as well. Yeah, I like that. Looks good. Overall, I am very happy with this build. I think I might come back in between episodes and maybe do a little bit more detail work on like this part, the arm that's holding the wheel up, because right now it's just very flat and kind of boring. I'm thinking maybe doing some stairs on this side to kind of reinforce it. Maybe mixing up a couple of the blocks up top here. I don't know, make it look a little bit more decorative and functional, and not just something that is connecting the wheel to the ledge over there. But for now, it's fine. And that is going to wrap things up for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, my next couple builds, they're probably just going to be fun and decorative like this. They're not going to be farms or anything functional. I'm just having fun building stuff in this new cave, the new mountain system, my new base over here, and I'm really enjoying it. Big shout out to my patron, Sangliana Waterwolf. Thank you so much for your support. As always, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit that like button, and while you're down there, feel free to subscribe so you'll get notified of future episodes as they come out. Thanks y'all, and have a great day.